Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time on the day that England became world champions.
Well done, Dan. You got it in, lad. Well done.
What a moment that was. There's a cricket question a little bit later on, actually. But we'll start with some soccer. Does Maguire and Wan-Bissaka fix United's defence?
Stevie?
Listen, it makes it way stronger.
So who do you have? Maguire?
Well, you have Maguire.
Lindelof?
I think the way that
Wan-Bissaka.
Lindelof finished the season, yeah, if they're going to keep him, because there's rumours that he's going to be going somewhere. I mean, Bissaka, I like Bissaka as a player, as a fullback. At least he defends.
Right.
At least he does his job. And he can help you going forward.
No, they're both good signings.
Right.
Both good signings. You can argue about the money all day, but the fact is, they both of them are way better than what they've got right.
I'm going to go to Paul on this, former Arsenal man. Who is the better signing? Will have a bigger impact at Juventus, Aaron Ramsey or Rabiot?
Well, I'm a little bit biased, but I think Ramsey, because of what he brings. For me, I mean, it's a big puzzle that he's still not at Arsenal. Why they haven't re-signed this kid?
Well, he's gone, Paul.
No, I know, but it's so sad because you're not going to get another one of these. He was a box-to-box player. He could protect in front of the back four. He could get in the box. He could create and he could score goals. So what is wrong with that?
Who would you say, Paul? Who is it, Stevie?
Who's going to play more?
I don't know.
It's going to be the question.
Well, they've got a lot of choices, haven't they? That's the one thing they've got nowadays.
They're both coming off the bench to start.
Who would you play, Stevie?
I'd go with Ramsey because he gives you goals.
What about Rabiot's mum? Do you want to be happy with that?
Well, unless she starts scoring goals anytime soon, then she's not playing either.
What's another sport you wish you could have played professionally in? Were you all these like one of these all-rounders? Like Robbo could have played cricket for England.
Well,
and went down
Robbo would say that. Cricket was my other game. When I was 16, I was a little fella, a bit like yourself, and I jacked in football. I packed it in.
Did you?
Yeah, packed it in. Yeah.
To focus on cricket.
Yep, and I was a wicket-keeper batsman. And
how high up the? Did you go?
They asked me to go to Lancashire cricket club.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
For those who don't know cricket, that's a big deal.
Yeah, and
was there a banquet on or something?
But obviously the money wasn't great. I mean, the money wasn't great in football, but it was poor in cricket. So eventually I grew and got back into football.
So it was a financial decision.
It was actually, yeah. It was a financial decision.
And is it one that you regret?
Absolutely not.
Stephen?
Rugby.
Yeah? What position did you play?
Prop forward.
It's a very rugby joke. That's the big one.
I started off as a fullback.
Right.
And then in the sevens I would play scrum half.
Oh, that's
hello.
very involved.
And then I finished off playing centre. Actually, so when I grew up, secondary school, it was a rugby school.
Right.
So we didn't have a football team until the 4th year.
So it was posh then.
So you couldn't play football. So I played rugby. But then when I got to 15, I had to make a decision because I was either going to go with Ayr United Boys Club, and if I did that, it meant I had to stop playing rugby.
Oh. And is that a decision you regret?
Absolutely not, no. No, the teachers, all the PE teachers, and we used to have a legendary guy called Papa Hardy who at our school was a complete and utter legend.
Right.
One of the founding fathers of the school, the whole thing. And he was still around, and they pulled me in and said, look, if you want to get a good job, play rugby. That was their argument.
Right.
Fortunately,
so you ignored him.
Fortunately, I was like that. Don't want a good job.
And look, here you are now.
Football.
So
how wrong they were.
No, so what did you go doing? What was your first job? What did you go doing?
Hey?
I thought you went brickie.
I was a lot of jobs, Jim. I used to wash the walls in a factory. I was an apprentice electrician. Yeah, I still can't wire a plug.
Yeah, surprise.
I was a brickies labourer. I was the worst brickies labourer you've ever met in your life.
It's a surprise.
Honestly,
Okay. Should a cricket match ever be decided by the number of boundaries scored? Discuss. Just to put this in context for everyone who don't follow cricket, it was a draw between England and New Zealand. So there was a super over, 6 balls. Who could score the most runs?
Hold on. You need to explain super over.
I just did. 6 balls.
No,
That's exactly what I just said. 6 balls, and who can score the most runs in those 6 balls? And they both scored the same amount of runs.
Yes.
So in the end, because England scored more boundaries, more fours during the match, England win the World Cup and New Zealand don't?
I think they should have gone to another super over.
What would you have called it?
Supernova over?
Super duper.
Super
duper over.
Super duper over.
But they didn't.
No, I mean, look, New Zealand, I mean, what a way to get
They were
beat
really
in the World
unlucky.
Cup. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
very unlucky. And you're supporting England, Stephen?
Yeah, that'll be really.
Hey, you see the delight when he came through the door today?
Hey, I was crying more than the New Zealand players were crying when they got beat by England.
I knew it. As soon as he came through the door and he came in the green room, he went, he had this face on him. I knew what he was
His
thinking.
language, I imagine, was... Final one to you, Stevie. Do you want to storm Area 51 with us? Now, do you know what Area 51 is?
Is he serious?
I think he is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it?
So this is where apparently they hide all the aliens and everything.
See, we're going to find aliens, we're going to find Bigfoot,
Yep.
the Loch Ness Monsters, kids will be there. I mean, there's going to be all kinds of... Absolutely.
Wow. So you're going to follow the movement?
Hey, I'm in. Just tell me when and where.
Right.
And I'll be there.
Okay. Paul?
No. I don't want to know about that.
Did we ask you where do you stand on Bigfoot?
No, you never did.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
Well, he's right next to me. Nicol, what are you, 13s?
Gentlemen, thank you very much. On that note, we'll say goodbye. Is anyone working tomorrow? I'm here tomorrow. You
No, off.
Yeah,
Off.
you here, Steve?
Off.
Off?
Yep.
Okay, good stuff. Be sure to join us then. Goodbye.